Hello everybody, my name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about another team in regards to the season reviews that we've been doing on this channel. And today, I want to talk about the Memphis Grizzlies, the grindhouse, the doghouse as they used to call it back in the day. Is there still a chance somewhere in this lifetime that they could become that sort of team again? The dog, the ferociousness of their team, the ruthlessness on defense, to be the best team, one of the best teams to, in my opinion, to be a part of. Maybe not to watch, because again, defense is not always the funnest thing to watch, but they're a very, very, very good team back in the day, man. I remember those seasons ever so fondly. And I look at Memphis now, and it's just really gone downhill. Now, again, every team has their ups and their downs, and Memphis this season has had its ups and downs. My question for Memphis is, how stable is your team truly? How stable is the entire club, the entire team? I'm talking about front offices. I'm talking about players. I'm talking about coaching. They obviously lost their coach. That's a big deal. So how stable is their team at the moment? That's what I want to discuss, and we will do it in this video. But before we get any further, if you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe if you are new. And look, if you're a Memphis Grizzlies fan, maybe you can answer these questions for someone looking in, because I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of the Memphis Grizzlies. I am not a Memphis Grizzlies supporter. I can only talk about them for what I've seen. So they finished 13th in the Western Conference, 25 wins, 57 losses. They had an 8-game losing streak heading into the end of the season, so that definitely didn't help. A lot of that was because some of the key guys did miss time. I mean, Ja Morant, I felt like he missed the majority of the season. They traded key guys, Desmond Bane at the beginning of the season, Jaren Jackson mid-season. So, yeah, ultimately, that does speak a lot to where they are at the moment. And again, I ask about stability, because here's why I ask about the stability of their roster. For a multitude of reasons, but ultimately, they've gone down a path where I feel like they are going to take the long route. They're going to take the 5, 6, maybe 8 years to get back to the top echelon of basketball. When they traded Desmond Bane, they traded him away for 4 first-round picks. I don't know what they got for Jaren Jackson, but I'm assuming first-round picks were involved in that. He's too talented to go for anything else. So they got a plethora of first-round picks for maybe the next 4 or 5 years, including their own ones. So to me, that means something. That means something in the direction that they're picking. But in the same vein, they've kept guys like Ja Morant. And if you guys know Ja Morant, you guys know what he's been through. You guys know the saga that he's kind of put his team through at the moment. They are still persistent that Ja Morant is the guy for the Memphis Grizzlies. So that's why I asked the question. Maybe in this offseason that can change, but from my understanding, they're going to roll with Ja Morant. And I think that's a good and a bad thing. I think it's a good thing because Ja Morant's a talent, dude. I don't care if he misses 2 seasons, 3 seasons. If he can get back to his absolute best, he is an absolute weapon that can win games for any organization in this league. It's as simple as that. That's how talented he is. He's an amazing player. But at the same time, 1, his injury records continue to persist for the team, and 2, his off-the-court issues I don't think go away that quickly. And I feel bad because I don't actually think there's been many off-the-court issues for several years, yet somehow it always is a topic of discussion. So that's why I'm asking. I'm not necessarily going to antagonize the Memphis Grizzlies organization. I'm genuinely asking for someone that doesn't know, is their organization stable enough? Is there stability? Is there chaos in that organization? From a Memphis Grizzlies fan, how do you feel about that? Do you feel that they're heading in the right direction? All these picks, we're heading for the future. 5, 6 years down the line, they're going to be the team to beat? Or is it truly just chaos? No one knows what they're doing. The front office doesn't have a clue. The coach was sick of it, and he ended up leaving that team to go and join the Milwaukee Bucks. If I ask which team has the better future, it would be Memphis. So why would he leave? Maybe it is because the club's in a little bit of a turmoil situation at the moment. I really don't know. But that's the question that I have to ask. This season was, again, it was a write-off season. As soon as they traded Desmond Bane, maybe if you're a Memphis Grizzlies fan, you'd feel differently. But from the outside world looking in, everybody knew Memphis was going to be bad this year. You don't trade Desmond Bane for 4 first-round picks and just assume they're going to be fine. And obviously getting rid of Jaren Jackson in the middle of the season as well was a big thing for the Memphis Grizzlies also. So clearly they're taking the long route. They're taking the long, tedious journey to get back to the top echelon of basketball. I admire the bravery of their front office, because that's not an easy choice to make, especially with players as young as they were. Desmond Bane was still ridiculously young. What is he, 26 now? Well, now I feel I have an obligation to search it up. But Desmond Bane age. We're going to search that up. Desmond Bane. They call him a point guard. Wow. That's not right. Anyway. Age. 27. It's a very young age. We could do Ja Morant as well while we're here. Ja Morant age. 26. Still really young. Again, entering his prime years technically. Then we'll do Jaren Jackson. Oh, that's Jared Allen. Whoops. Jaren Jackson Jr. Age. 26. So these guys could have still grown together. They could have. They could have still grown together in a team that probably had a couple of runs left in them. But the front office made the bold and brave choice to say, no, we don't think this team will work. After a couple of failures in the Western Conference, they thought that it wasn't going to work. And that's on them to do. So I admire the bravery of trading those two guys, rolling with Ja Morant as your guy, but I still feel like there's not a lot of stability in that team. In terms of the players that I like on that team, well, clearly Ja Morant. I really like Ja Morant. Zach Edey, I think, is a great talent. Definitely one of the better pickups that they've picked up in the draft. I like Ty Jerome a little bit as well. I think he's been around. Brandon Clark's not been too bad for Memphis. My boy Taj Gibson is a former Bulls player, so of course I'm going to admire what he's done for the NBA. The oldest player in the league, I think, or second oldest. He's a veteran. Love what he can do. Caldwell Pope is a veteran as well. Scottie Pippen Jr. I really like. He's had some good games when he's gotten the opportunity to play. There are good talents here. I don't think there's talent that changes the needle for them or moves the needle for them. But I think there are guys that you could work with in a playoff role where maybe they could come off the bench and contribute in that way instead of being starters. But a couple of guys there that I really do like. Even guys like Jalen Wells. Don't think he's that bad whatsoever. So there are a couple of guys I think they can work with. But we'll see. Memphis is the team where I genuinely don't know how to describe them. I don't think, from what I've seen, they are in a position of stability. I mean, I don't know how you get rid of Taylor Jenkins. I don't know how you get rid of him. I don't know how he just walks right into the Milwaukee Bucks and joins that team. Because let's be honest, guys. I look at the Milwaukee Bucks and look, Milwaukee's window for championship is slowly fading. They have Giannis. They've got a very experienced group around Giannis. It's not exactly the youngest team in the league. Yet, he goes over there instead of sticking with Memphis for the next few years. Is it just a short-term move? I don't know why he would leave. Is it because of the toxic nature of the team? Maybe he was part of the toxic nature. I genuinely don't understand. So there's a lot there for Memphis that they need to figure out. Firstly, I don't necessarily think they figured out who their head coach is going to be. Clearly, they're going to need one. And I guess what are they looking for in the draft? Well, I don't know how high they're going to get. I think they're obviously going to be around the top 5, top 4, you'd think. And do they go for the best available? I feel like they shouldn't be going for a point guard at the moment. So maybe it's the best available that isn't a point guard. But at the same time, the top 4, I think, are clearly identified. If you're in the top 4, you just got to go for it, whoever it is. And hopefully they could work with a guy like Ja Morant if you're going to keep him as your primary future. He's 26. You still could build around him. It won't be easy. I don't think it should be taking 6 years to do because he'll be 32 by the time that happens. But we'll see. We'll see. I think that, let's put it this way. Memphis are a team that needs to make more big decisions. I don't think they're done. Whether it's through the draft, through coaching, through deciding to let go of Ja Morant, whatever it is. Maybe this is the long goodbye and they're just going to find the right team for Ja Morant. Maybe that's what it's going to be. If you're going to build around him, I think you have to do it sooner than later because you don't want him to be in his 30s by the time you're remotely good. Otherwise, you've wasted his career. But Ja Morant himself has said he wants to stay in Memphis. I think he said he has a tattoo of Memphis on his arm or something, and that's a clear indication of where he wants to be. I don't think it gets simpler than that. Last year, I was talking about him wanting to go because of all the saga when he said, ask the coach this, ask the coach that, you know? He kind of went on a tangent, asked the coach all these things, and he ended up getting suspended for a game, and I said that was the goodbye. But for whatever reason, it never has happened. And he did say he wants to stay in Memphis. So if you're going to build around him, time's ticking. You got to get to building. That's what I think with Memphis. Too many things to think, to be honest. But yeah, it is what it is. In the next video, I should say, we're going to be talking about heading back east. We're going to talk about the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn, baby. We're going to talk about the Brooklyn Nets and where their future is headed at the moment. That one is very confusing as well. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the very next video. Whether we talk about Brooklyn or breaking news, I don't know. But we'll be talking about Brooklyn sooner than later. Have a wonderful and safe day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care. And peace.